Let's go.
Hi Lucy, how are you?
I'm great, thank you, Claire. How are you?
Oh, I'm all good. Very, very busy with lots of interest on National Tutors at the moment. People signing up, so it's brilliant news. Um, so again, I like to have these chats with all my teachers and tutors so that everyone gets to know who you are, who's behind these lovely lessons that are so informative and really good quality lessons. So I always like to start by going, right, who are you? Who are you? How did you get here? And just give us a little bit of feedback and what you've been doing to get yourself to where you are now.
Okay, well, my name's Lucy. I tutor English and art. I started off working in the art world, and then I actually moved into tutoring because I just realised that it's more like what I want to do. It's more
Mm,
rewarding. It's more
mm.
satisfying. I love working with students, and I love my subjects, and I love sharing that with my students and seeing them get excited about the subjects and making progress in their studies.
Yeah, excellent. So you're now full-time English tutor. Is that right in saying that you are just mainly tutoring English, or are there other subjects you do now?
Well, I do English and I do art as well.
How do you, well, what's with art? Just questioning you. Do
Yeah,
you have groups or something? Because that's something that National Tutors could also include in
yeah.
the future.
So
Um,
I've had a range of different art students, ranging from actually primary age right up until postgraduates.
yeah.
Yeah, but I've had GCSE students, some of which have been in mainstream schools,
Mhm.
others have been homeschooled. And I'd go through initial ideas, sketchbook development,
Yeah.
research, and like the realization of their projects as well. But one thing that I really like about the art teaching is that I do approach it as a very academic subject as well. I don't see it as
Mm.
a subject at
I
all.
did. I did art GCSE. I loved it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's probably changed since I've done it.
I
In
don't know, it
2 years.
hasn't changed that much actually, to be honest,
I
because it's like,
did mine on Picasso. I did my main
oh,
thing.
there you go. Yeah. But
Loved
you
it.
know, I love tutoring English as well. Like I'm a
Yes.
massive bookworm. I'm a pretty academic person and I really, really love language. Like I love learning
Yeah.
languages and I love getting into the nuts and bolts of language, and helping students to kind of to crack that as well.
Because there's a lot in like there's a fascination with words, isn't there? Just how did they get to all these different types of words? What does it mean? And things like that. That is quite
Yeah.
fascinating. Something I could get into if I had the time. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a whole background to that. But yeah, English, I've always been honest that English hasn't never come naturally to me. I'm a very sciencey, mathsy person. Do understand and appreciate that English, although it is a core subject, lots of students do struggle with English as well, with maths as well, when having to get qualifications in English and maths is sometimes quite difficult for students. But
Mm.
explain your style of lessons because yours is a little bit different. I quite like it. And this is what I love about National Tutors. Our tutors, you create your own lessons in your
Yeah,
own style. So it's not all the same. So
that's
you've got
right.
that diversity and I love it. I love it. I love seeing all
Yeah.
the creativity.
I mean, my approach is very student-centered. It's obviously based on what the requirements of the GCSE English language exam will be,
Mm.
but I like to try and make it as relatable as possible, as fun as possible, and to get students to understand how that actually links in with the real world and all of the
Mm.
words and language that you see around you every single day, like emails, messages, adverts, articles,
Yeah.
blog posts. It's all English language. It's not just about the exam. And it's kind of a superpower to nail that, you know, like being able to write really, really well
Yeah.
is basically a superpower. So yeah, I just really want to get students excited about English language and yeah, just to, you know, to take the mystery out of it, to take the anxiety out of it, and just say, you know what, this is step by step. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
And then you can, make it your own and play with it, and
Yeah.
put your own
And
spin on it.
your lessons are, you've got a little, is it an animation thing as well, haven't you?
Yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, it's animated
I love
me.
that.
I'm doing a little explainer video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then obviously I have a quiz to make sure that people are paying attention, to test the knowledge, and
Yeah.
PDFs of examples so that people can sort of see, oh yeah, that's an example of what I'm aiming for, or that's what she was talking about in the video.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because it is obviously teaching in front of people one-to-one, and then in a class, and then online. It's just that it's a different sort of way of teaching in some cases, especially, well, I don't know about you, but have you seen the demand in tutoring just go up?
Yes, definitely. But I also think that things have changed. The whole the whole landscape has changed, especially since COVID. And people are so much
Mm.
more open now to online tutoring and blended learning and hybrid courses and stuff. And I
Yeah.
think that is absolutely amazing. I just think it
Yes.
gives people so much more choice. It gives
Yeah.
people freedom. It's really liberating for students and tutors as well.
Yeah.
Um, and it just makes it's more efficient, and it just makes more things possible. It makes it more accessible.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, I don't know about what as I take the calls of people that phone in, and there's literally every day there's people saying struggling in school, they have
Yep.
anxiety, or they want a tutor but they can't afford a tutor.
Yeah.
So that it's really to National Tutors there to reach out to those people to help them go, actually there is an alternative. Actually,
Yeah.
you can homeschool, and actually you can have a tutor that is affordable,
Definitely.
saving you hundreds of pounds. I mean, I tutor. I know how much I cost people, and I'm on average an average price, but some people charge like 60,
Mhm.
70 pounds an hour. And I don't know
Mhm.
how do you do that? It's so, yeah. Some people maybe take a bit of an advantage, but National Tutors, one of their ethos is to make it affordable and make it accessible to a lot of students that struggle and families that struggle. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
is that one of the things that attracted you to National Tutors? Because I kind of like pounced on you. I was like, yeah, English teacher.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, I have been looking into doing online courses anyway, before I got
Mm,
in touch with you, and I just think it's an absolutely brilliant thing to do. I think that the whole kind of online and technological revolution with education has definitely taken the stigma out of reaching out and
mm,
having a tutor. It has made it accessible and affordable. And to be honest, that's why I'm doing this in the first place, is because I like helping people.
yeah.
And if
Yeah.
it's affordable and more people hear about it, then I can help more people, and I
Yeah.
can kind of reach more people, and hopefully help them through their studies. I think it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. I think if you're like me, I don't like saying no. I'm like, even
Me
today, I've had someone come through, oh, I've been recommended to have you as a tutor. Can you, have you got any? I'm like, and there's me looking at my calendar going, I physically cannot fit anybody else in.
Yeah,
And it's saying no to people, but then it's recommending other people as well, but also giving them the options of our lovely website as well
yeah,
as an alternative. So it will suit lots of people. It won't suit some, but again, it's just giving them that option.
yeah,
It isn't. Some people would struggle with motivation. How would you? Obviously, with National Tutors, it is recorded. They have to motivate themselves to get logged on and do those tasks each week. Have you got any tips on that or anything like that?
um,
Accountability. That's a word someone said the other day.
yeah.
Need
Oh, it's so important. You know what?
accountability.
Like, there's all the information is out there, right? You can go out and get that information, if you know what to search for. But what you really need is somebody behind you saying, "Look, I am here to help you." Okay,
Mm,
and this is like, it's not like an AI bot or whatever. Like, these are real people, real
yeah,
tutors who
yeah,
actually want to help students, and it's a network of people as well. And that's how I got in touch with you, isn't it, Claire?
yeah,
And it's so important to build up that trust. It is about people. It's not just about like here's everything you need to study, off you
Off
go.
you go. I know.
It's
No, that is not me.
support. It's all
Mm.
about support, and it's all about checking in, and but also like telling students you need to take responsibility. You need to organize yourself, right? We're here
Yeah,
to help, but it's down to you now, okay? And
absolutely.
yeah, and we're here to help every step of the way.
Yeah, which is well, listening to what people need and things like that. That is why National Tutors now, I will be doing live weekly. I don't want to call them Q&As, but it's a contact type thing. So
Yeah.
parents and students can log in,
Oh,
they
brilliant.
can ask questions. They,
Yeah.
again, it helps with that accountability. Like, have you managed to do this? Well, how do I maintain that motivation? How do I
Mhm.
structure my week? Any questions will be answered there, and if I don't know, like it might be something to do with English, which I know nothing. Well, I actually know something now. English is a nightmare, but
Not
it's
true,
too
not true.
much. It's too much. It's too many options. I don't like it.
Uh,
But I've got all you guys, and then I can go, right, next week I will ask one of the English teachers to come in and answer that specific question for you. So again, I have had personal experience where I bought my eldest an A-level online course, chemistry. They send through the stuff. That's it. Nothing. Yes, they sent off some things to be marked, but even that came back as like minimal. Absolutely, you can do better marking it yourself, and self-marking is so important to learn what the examiner wants. So this is why a lot of our assessments are self-marked, and you've always got us to fall back on. If you're not sure, they can always sort of ask that question, go, is this deserving a whatever mark? I don't know for English, but you've always got that contact. We are a lovely community of teachers and tutors with the same ethos of helping and supporting people. Yeah.
That's what it's about. And actually, as somebody who's been through the education system, as somebody, I'm a lifelong student, really, and as a parent as well,
Mm.
I want real people. I want contact. I want
Yeah.
availability. And even if I don't have a question, I want to know that there's somebody there who, if
Yeah.
I do have a
Yes.
question, I can just go, oh, excuse me,
Yeah.
what should I be doing for this? Or
Yeah.
just literally just say hello as well. It's just like a friendly face. It's like a little cafe, isn't it? So everyone sort of
Yeah.
like drops in
Yeah.
and says, oh yeah, I'm doing this, or like, where are you up to? And it just
Yeah.
gives you a bit more of that human motivation to kind of
Yeah.
uphold
Yeah.
get it
It's not
done.
all run by AI here.
No,
Not at all.
no,
It
no.
is human beings. And I get messages all the time, and parents are already feeling comfortable with messaging.
Good.
So that's exactly what we want. We are unique, I think, in what we offer, especially compared to others. So it again, we're there for you because we are parents as well as teachers. As
Yeah, yeah.
we
Oh, I mean,
know.
it's brilliant. It's like offering that solution to people, I think is going to be, it's changing. The whole of the education landscape is changing.
Mm,
I just love the fact that it's given people more options.
absolutely. So I'm gonna ask you
Yeah, go
on
on
the
then.
spot now. So
Yeah,
I have had people ask about art
yeah.
because it's not all about drawing.
No, no, it's
There's
not.
there's the that maybe when you are done with English, because
Yeah,
you're going to cover quite a bit of the language GCSE, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. That's
Um,
right. That's I'm getting into the nuts and bolts of language, and
yeah, yeah,
then you the set texts after
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I might ask you to maybe see if you can do a little course for the art GCSE, or to get, or even like for because we cater for a large range of ages now. I want to get into the primary age and the key stage 3, which is year 7 to 8, 7 to 9. Sorry.
Mm.
But even giving them little projects and ideas and things to go through, because that's where I see National Tutors going. We want to cover primary, secondary and A-level.
Mhm.
We've got functional skills now, English and maths.
Oh, nice.
That's come on now.
Great.
But yeah, it is to develop that as well as our well-being side. I do want to develop that eventually as
Oh my
well.
God, it's so important. Absolutely
Art
important.
therapy
Fundamental.
is just brilliant. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, even just like a therapy course in terms of art or key
Mm,
stage 3 or primary or something like that,
mm.
ideas, anything like that, because especially if you're homeschool, I have a lot of people that say, oh, they want to do art, and they can do that as a hobby. They can go to a club and that, but if they want to get a qualification, they need the written side of it. So what do you know for the GCSE, what's required for art?
Oh yeah, okay. So you will have to kind of start with an idea or like a brief, a topic that will be given to you by the teachers, so you can kind of
I remember
choose
that.
from a little list, and then you come up with your mind map and you generate ideas, and you basically just go on a journey. You know, you develop those
Yeah.
ideas in detail, you experiment with loads of different media and techniques and things like that,
Mm,
but you have to be really rigorous and really reflective and write those notes and look into artists
mm,
and kind of pull it all together so it tells a story of, you know, how you kind of got from one initial word or phrase or idea to
mm.
like a finished realized piece. And one thing that people say quite often about art is like, oh, I'm not very good at art, or, you know, I'm not good at drawing. Well, absolute nonsense. Okay, it's not about that. Anyone can do it.
Yeah,
Okay, it's just, yeah, I just want to get rid of that first of all, because it's not about, oh, I'm so brilliant at drawing. No, it's about enjoying that process, being
yeah,
interested enough in something to kind of get into the nitty-gritty of it, and just try out different things, experiment,
yeah.
and be really, really
Is
critical and
there,
self-reflective.
the exam though for GCSE, or is it just draw like your main piece and then the rest of it is coursework, or is there like an exam paper nowadays for
You don't
art?
have to, no, it's not a written exam. So you have to finish the final piece from the
Mm.
last project that you do under exam
Mm.
conditions. But all the prep is
Remember that.
done in your sketchbook and your sheets before you go into that exam. So it's kind of, yeah, in some ways it's quite relaxing because you basically just have to sit there in silence and just
I
finish your piece.
still remember doing my GCSE art exam 2 days, and I remember, and the title was called Myself.
Oh, there
Um,
you go. Yeah. So that's a great one. And
mm,
you know, that's still quite often used like self or identity or, you know,
yeah,
portraiture or something like that. And you know, you can interpret that really however you want, so long as you can back it up with all of your studies and, you know, your research. So in
yeah,
some ways it's kind of intimidating because it's quite open, but it also gives you a lot of freedom to do something really personal and really
yeah.
expressive.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe we can think of doing like a supportive A-level, A-level art, GCSE something or other. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
That.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it would be good to do that. And A level as well. You know, I've had quite a few A level
Yeah.
students who are then
Like
looking to
fine
take it
art
to the
and
next
everything,
level.
isn't it? It's like, wow, yeah. I didn't do
Yeah.
A-level art. My art teacher was very annoyed with me.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
you must have had that. Yeah, well, there's, you know, there's still time.
Yeah. I was like, I did maths and science instead. Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Wasted talent.
I haven't done it. I need to do some artwork. I haven't done
Yeah,
it
you
in
should
ages.
just do a little 5-minute sketch a day and, you know, and see where it leads to. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be
yeah.
anything, you know, like a great masterpiece or anything like that. I
But
doodle all the time.
that's a
Speaking of
good
art,
thing as well. Like 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes a day. How, what could we do 5, 10 minutes a day for English though? What is there anything you could recommend?
what a great question. So I'm a huge fan of the doodle break. So either in English or any, in fact, any subject at all, right? Your brain needs that time, right? So take a little 5-minute break or just like do little drawings in the margins. It helps you to think, you know, it helps
Oh,
you to relax. For English, what would be the equivalent of a doodle break? I don't know. Just
would it?
writing down a list of your favorite words or
Yeah, or maybe learn 5 words a day or something like that.
yeah,
New
exactly. Make a
words.
little poem out of the 5 new words. There's so many
Yeah.
like fun things that you could do with
Get
language. So
get an old-fashioned dictionary book, open up a page and find 5 words in there.
there you go. Exactly. And if
There
you
you
can
go.
find one, because most people probably don't have one anymore.
I think I've got one. I've got a massive one somewhere that I got when I was about 11, I think, but
yeah.
gone
There
now.
you
But
go.
yeah, but anyway, it's fine. Doing that regular daily thing like quotes as well.
Yeah.
Right, especially it's like learn a quote each day or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like physics equations, isn't it? It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't like physics
Exactly, but,
question.
like, if you're talking about the set texts,
Yeah.
you can say, "Okay, say I'm doing with mice and men, okay, I'm gonna learn, 3 quotes from Lenny today,
Mm,
and I'm just gonna write them on little flashcards, and the next day I'll do George, the next day I'll do
yeah.
Curly, all
Yeah.
of that."
Anything like
And
that.
it's
Put
the
it on
same.
post-it note, stick it around the
Yeah,
house. Absolutely
yeah.
brilliant. Yeah.
Or with English language, so you can do, okay, which techniques do I need to know about? Okay, today I'm gonna think about rhetorical questions. I'm gonna just
Mm.
come up with 3 rhetorical questions. The next day I'm gonna, pick a different technique
Yeah.
and
There must be an
match it.
app maybe that helps with that. You've got Duolingo for languages. We've got an equation one for physics.
Mm,
Maths, you've
mm.
got Corbett Maths, 5 a day, that sort of thing. So, hey,
As
this could
far
be
as
a
I
new.
know, it doesn't exist yet. So, maybe
No,
it's something that we can,
this is what we need to do.
yeah,
Maybe
in the future. Yeah,
after National Tutors, we'll invent an app for
yeah,
English revision. But oh, so many ideas, so many ideas.
yeah.
So
That's
I
it.
really appreciate you having a chat with us, and I know I put you on the spot, and we've
No
like
worries.
brainstormed
No, I
things.
love it. I love
But
talking about it. It's my
yeah,
thing. I get a kick
what
out of
I
it.
always end with is, what would be your helpful hint for any student at the moment? Just your biggest like thing. Oh, my biggest advice for any student is blah blah blah.
Manage yourself.
Mm,
Manage yourself. You cannot study if you're not okay, right? So you need to be okay. You need to be fed, watered, rested. You need to be comfortable. You need
yeah,
to come to your studies, right, with the right approach. Don't force it. Do half an hour here, do a little bit there, take a break,
yeah,
have a snack, have a drink, manage yourself properly, and apply
mhm,
yourself, and you
yeah,
will do well, I promise.
yeah. It is. It's manage. It's also time manage,
Exactly.
personal manage as well,
All of
and
it.
mental well-being, which is so important. Which is why I want a bit of, well-being section on the website.
Mm,
I think that is so important. If you're not in the right headspace, you're not going to really maximize that revision in that
absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
And
And
well,
the better you manage yourself, the more you're actually going to enjoy it. It's not going to feel
yeah,
like a massive chore or a pain or big stress or anything like that. You can actually um kind of enjoy the process of, okay,
yeah,
I'm going to do this on this day. I'm taking control of it. I'm in
yeah.
control.
And what were we saying before about taking ownership really of it all, isn't it?
That's
And
it.
having
Exactly.
that self-motivation, it's
Yeah.
really, really important. Um, I did think of something else just then, but my brain has just gone. I was just going to say something then. I was like, Anyway, can't remember. It might come back, might not.
Right.
But really do appreciate chatting with you.
It's a
You'll
pleasure.
find Lucy's course as part of the English language GCSE. They're really, I love it. It's all animation. It's just a little
Yeah.
bit different to the others, which I like, because as I said before, all our tutors teach in their own unique style, which is what I
Yeah.
like. I love their creativity. Everyone teaches sort of have their own unique style and teaches differently, but you've got the expertise just here, all
Yeah.
ready for you. And yeah, and the rest of us behind you as well to guide you through. We do not leave you. Once you've signed up, we do not leave you. We actually pester you.
That's good. That's
Weekly,
good.
you got your weekly session with me. You're not left behind at all, and you can have the wonderful Lucy and so many other tutors there to help you as well.
Oh yeah,
But
I can't wait to help you with your
yes,
studies, and or if you're a parent, I can't wait to help your kids
if you've got any questions, yeah,
get through this week.
definitely ask
Love
away.
it.
But thank you very much, and
No
yeah, you'll
problem.
see us on YouTube, everybody, and on social media. But I will speak to you soon, and thank you very much, Lucy.
Amazing. Thank you, Claire. Good to speak to you.
And you. Bye.
Bye.